Okay, we should be live now. Something's going on with the YouTube live there. So when I do it through my streaming software, I have to click go live on XSplit. Then I have to go over to YouTube, press go live. So that's weird. But anyway, let me bring the chat up. Let me bring that up, and then we're going to wait a few minutes before we get into the topic of UniFi OS 2.0. But as you can see, I'm back home from our trip, so that's great. Hold on one sec. Chantel, can you turn the TV down? I could hear myself. Okay, so Miles says probably not in there because... Okay, so we'll talk about the UniFi 2.0 soon. I'm looking forward to getting UniFi OS 2 on your UBM. Rico, good morning. Yes, glad you had a great time at vacation. Vacation was really fun. I did post quite a few pictures and stuff on my... Where did I post it? I posted a couple on Twitter, I think. I don't understand why they don't put an option for those who want to reset an entire device and install the latest firmware that exists in the SE. Whoever runs critical infrastructure could wait. Yeah, I don't know. I guess they could do something like that, right? But I don't think they're going to. Tim, good morning. Rich, good morning. Z-Guy, good morning. Bob, how's it going? I saw you in Lawrence Systems live stream. Kim, good morning. How are you? Matt, Knox, Kevin from South Dakota, 5 degrees. We have snow out here, and I'll show you... I'll show you my cameras, but I can't show a lot of it because I'm in an EA version right now, testing something out. Pat, good morning. How are you? Michael, Queen Bee, that's Chantel. Everybody say hi to Chantel. I just got an alert that I went live. Sam, Bruce, how's it going? Official, how's it going? Ed, got wire. Jeremy, how's it? From Pickering. Yes, it's snowy here too. We still need to get a snowblower, so I'm gonna have to think about that. Michael, good morning. Wislow, good morning. Our trip was really good. I don't know where I have pictures. Where the heck would I have pictures that I could share? Probably just on my Facebook account. Let me see here. That's me playing guitar. That's Tristan on a slide. I guess I could kind of share these ones here. So that's me being dumb, licking Chantel's forehead. This was at a restaurant called Senior Frogs. It was pretty nice there. The first day we went, I think this was the day. It was so loud though, because it's kind of like a party place. And there's, I take great pictures. Whoops, I don't know if I could show all that on screen. But anyway, yeah, it was a great trip. A lot of fun. Morning from NWT. Where is NWT? Northwest Territories? NWT. It is the Northwest Territories. Wow, that's far away. I don't know if I've had anybody from the Northwest Territories come in here. Soso here from South Africa. How's it going, Soso? South Africa is very far away as well. Let's see. Instagram. I don't know if I put it on my Instagram, though. I guess your Instagram, but I'm not going to show that. Snowblower, I would go gas, most likely, just because we have a electric lawnmower, and I hate it. Plugs in. Tony, how's it going? Good morning. Good to see you. How many people we got here? We got 72 people here and 13 likes. If you guys want to hit that like button, that'd be great. And then we'll kind of, the UniFi OS thing, I don't have a date. I don't know when it's coming out, but I grabbed a couple screenshots of, comments from other people and from UniFi employees, and we're going to kind of talk about it that way. I'm not Twitch streaming today. No. I don't know when I'll get back into Twitch streaming. Maybe Tuesday. I think there's a new game coming out Tuesday that I want to play. And hold on one sec. And I haven't set this up yet either. So I bought this 4K S Plus Elgato capture card. So I got to get that set up. I haven't even unboxed it yet. Let's see. We spoke a little over Discord regarding Talk. Okay, nice. So I like Talk. I really like UniFi Talk. The problem with right now, we don't have it in Canada, which kind of sucks. Yes, so I'm not live streaming. Brad, you're from Thailand. Wow. But not from a beach. I'd like to come to Thailand. I like Thai food. At least the Thai food I've had in Canada. It's really good. Arian's 2-stage snowblower saved me when I lived in Chicago. So last year I just shoveled by hand, but one of our neighbors, like if it got too bad, he would snow blow the bottom out. That neighbor moved, so now I'm gonna have to do it myself. Stuart, good morning. Law Dog, how's it going? Good morning. Okay, so let me bring up the file. I just kind of made I took a couple screenshots. So first we'll talk about this. And no hate towards Tom at all from Lawrence Systems. He's actually live streaming right now. But he caused a bit of a stir in the UniFi forums after he released this video right here is 7.3. I'm not going to click on. So he released this video on the changes of 7.3.76 and he said a couple things. I forget exactly what he said, but that the UDM Pro might not be getting it. On Tom's defense, he doesn't use any UniFi firewalls at all. He just uses the switches and the access points, so he misspoke. But he did a short afterwards, a YouTube short, and he corrected the changes. And then Ubiquiti, actually, I'll just pull up the other files that I have. Where was it? Was it this one? That's not it. I think it's this one right here. So this is what Ubiquiti said back. I'm just trying to find my live. Oh, there we go. So Ubiquiti said, we appreciate your patience as we work to bring the Dream Machine and the Dream Machine Pro versioning into alignment with other UniFi OS hosts. We are in the final stages of preparing the update and we expected this to be released in the coming weeks. I know everybody's sick of hearing that because I think at the beginning, I posted something in Discord about 10 months ago. They said in a couple weeks, right? So it's been a couple weeks for 10 months now. This will introduce complete feature parity and contribute to faster, more reliable release cycles moving forward. So that's great. Hopefully we see that, right? Let me go to the chat, then we'll click on some other ones. Alonso, good morning. Yeah, Talk would be a huge thing here. Really excited to see it in Canada. Yeah, I am too, and I told my contact to let me know as soon as Talk gets out in Canada, but let's look at the next set of, which one do I want to do? Okay, so here's a screenshot. There was, oops, not that one. So in the Ubiquiti forums, they have a community and I'm on the community all the time. I'm answering questions or I'm, reading the forum posts. But one of the Ubiquiti employees, we could see right here, we're at version 3.0.13. So a lot of people, there's been people thinking that they're going to discontinue the UDM Pro, which is the furthest thing from the truth. They're sticking with the UDM Pros. The UDM Pro was released at, UniFi OS 1. So the UDM SE was released at 2. So from 2 to 3, I mean, it was nothing. The issue is going from step OS 1 to OS 2. So we could see here that somebody said a question. I'm not going to read all that, but we are being transparent. We have literally the entire company testing the migration and we will keep it restricted until we feel like good enough for the majority of use cases to be released. And I agree with this. Like they shouldn't send out firmware that's going to break things because one, the community is going to be more upset that they didn't do enough testing on something that people have been waiting so long. We also may keep it in EA for a while if we find more issues. So the big thing when they're going to find more issues is when people like me or you or whoever download this from early access, and then we're having the issues, right? So it's good to see that they actually have it installed on a UDM Pro. That means we're closer, and that post was from a few weeks back. George, thank you for becoming a member. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Can you see that YouTube video? Oh, you mean on like Tom's channel when I was looking? Where are we talking? Like if I look, so that's a plugin. So if we go home, it's Tom's live, so it won't show the analytics. Let's go to Technology Worldwide. You know what? It's not showing up. Weird. So I use TubeBuddy. TubeBuddy helps you create tags and stuff like that, and it does A/B testing for thumbnails. And that's what that analytic thing would be about. Let's see. What else do we have? I have 2 more screenshots. I forget which one do I want to show. We'll save that one for last. That's not it. Here we go. Let's see. So this is just kind of one of the, you could easily find out who this person is, the UI employee, but I just scratched their name out just so, for whatever reason. But they've been explaining the reason why a lot of people's posts has been taken down, and it's because it's been mentioned probably a billion times. So Ubiquiti has been, it's not super useful to be posting and complaining about UniFi 2.0 not being out. That's why it's been taken down from, you know, their Facebook, from their community pages. If you like, even if I post something in another firmware update and it's not really relevant, they'll erase it. It's just to keep the spam out. But this employee wrote, "We have already explained this many times and it doesn't help. Let me try one last time. It's all about migrating data from 1 to 2 without reaching a dead end that would make you have to factory reset." And I know there's a lot of people who wouldn't care if they had to factory reset, especially in here. But if you're in a production environment, you can't just push this out. We understand some in EA do not care about this, but it is essential for Ubiquiti that data migration can happen without dead ends, and I agree with that. And let's just look at the last one while we're here. Let's see, zoom in a little bit. So this was just off a Twitter post, December 9th, which was what, 2 days ago. "When will the original UDMP get 3.0? Weeks, months, years?" And then somebody replied, "We are almost there. Customers registered to early access will be able to test or see it and test it sooner." So that's great. And then somebody else asked, "Are OG UDMs going to 2 first and then directly to 3? And they say 2.4 first. This is one that's taken the time. 2.5 and then 3.0. If everything goes fine with 2.4.25 or 2.4 and 2.5, and 3.0 will be fast transitioned." So, and once we get to, you know, once it gets to 2.5 and then hits at that 3.0, every release for the UniFi consoles is all going to be one. There's not going to be multiple different ones. Let me just switch screens and then I'll answer some questions. Let's see. Okay, so that was my little spiel about the UniFi 2.0. I'm glad that they're taking their time on it. I'd rather it not be broken, but what I'm really waiting for is for it to come out to general release so I could do a video on it, really. I have a UDM SE, so I don't care as much, but I know my customers, they could definitely use UniFi 2.0 and 3.0, the features in it. Good morning from Haiti. Good morning. Ali, good morning. How's it going? I have a 28 Aries Deluxe with a better motor. Oh, cool. Can you see the video analytics? Talk needs a cordless phone. So it looks like they're going to be putting it into UID. Like they're going to have, not a cordless phone, but if you go ui.com/UID, we could see, and I've shown this a bunch of times, you could see this little soft phone, which will be cool, but who knows when they're going to implement that. Let me expand this chat a little bit. Crap. Oh, whatever, it's fine. UniFi uses a different calendar for product development and product updates. They release a ton of products, but seem to take forever. Yeah, so one feature that I'm waiting on, and I asked them about, but they're kind of focusing on 2.0 right now, is the virtual router redundancy with the PDU Pro. That should have been, in my opinion, that should have been released with the PDU Pro. That's the only reason I bought it. I can see the dropping the UDM base and Pro. No, they won't be. It's going to be the same. They're not going to stop selling the UDM Pro. I just went from a UDM Pro to the SE last night. So far, the network app okay, but Protect did not. It broke the thumbnails. Weird. You could just always restart it. They're not going to do... I'd be shocking if they won't... They're not going to retire the UDM Pro. It's only been like, what, 2 or 3 years maybe? They won't do any dynamic routing. I mean, if you're doing dynamic routing, you should be looking elsewhere than Ubiquiti. I mean, pfSense could do it, or, you know, whatever, any other firewall, Cisco. John, I believe the firewall hits are available in syslog. I may do a video on syslog, external syslog. Peter says, hi, thanks for the great channel. Do you think about doing an access door starter kit setup at some point? I already have. Oh, somebody's on my... Hold on a sec. I gotta watch out for my cameras because I have... I'll show you guys the TikTok shortly. I'm testing one of the cameras. Oh, it's my neighbor doing his driveway. Okay, good. I just want to make sure somebody's not stealing my AI bullet. Let's see. Where are we? Yeah, so I already have a Access starter kit. I have a bunch of Access videos. How do I go to YouTube Studio? Access. Like, I got a bunch of UniFi Access stuff. It may not be like where we're going into, like I didn't fully install it in a business. There's a couple things maybe, but I have a UniFi Access, you know, full setup part 1, and they sent me an Access starter kit at the beginning when it was first out. I love UniFi Access. I think it's great. For smaller installs, maybe not like super large. I left UniFi due to the limitation and promises. I had thousands of dollars invested the day my wife lost a day at work. That did it. So, and I think Tom said this too, or somebody said it the other day on Livestream. When you buy a product, you buy it for the features that are already there. You don't do it for the features that are promised. Like, I wouldn't buy a UDM. I wouldn't buy a UDM Pro and expect load balancing. Like right now, load balancing isn't there, right? So you kind of buy the product, and then all those extras that come after are just like icing on the top. That's my opinion. Which access point do you use for Stadium? Well, I don't deploy in stadiums, or I haven't yet. I mean, I could, but I would think that like something like this, like the Wi-Fi base station XG. So the owner of Ubiquity, he owns a basketball, I forget, the Grizzlies maybe, and he has a bunch of these in his stadium. UniFi Pro, how's it going? I'm just going to call you George because I can't pronounce your name, but hello from Poland. How's the LPR? I can't talk about it, but that may be what I'm testing right now. What do you think of the Dream Machine in-wall? Dream Machine in-wall. So the, I think it's cool. I hope it comes out soon. You don't have a snowblower. Yeah, you wouldn't need snow. Let me show you. I'll show you my cameras after. I could hear my neighbor outside. I don't want to show him on camera. I don't know if the Dream Wall is good because I have one here, but I haven't used it yet. The right tool for the job, exactly. Maybe it was Willie. No, Willie usually says that. I think Willie did say that under one of my Twitter posts that I did yesterday. I haven't sent anything. I just got back from vacation, so I will send it. What day is today? Sunday. I'll send it tomorrow. I sort of want that XG just to see how far it would go. I think, who did a video on it? It was, I think Lawrence Systems did a video. So did, there's this other YouTuber. I always forget his name. What the heck is his name? I think he owns a wireless ISP in the States. TechFlow? I think it's like TechFlow, but it might have been his other channel. He did a video on the XG and it went pretty far. Hello from the Netherlands. Hello. So what else are we going to talk about? The UniFi firewall logging is pretty cool. Obviously, we were just seeing hits off of my inner VLAN routing. We weren't really seeing anything else. So if you had other rules in place and something was trying to hit it, you would see the logging. The logging is also for UniFi Protect, because UniFi Protect is on 3.0. Obviously, you're not going to see firewall logging, but you're going to see logging for your cameras, which is cool. Oh, Linus did. Yes, TechFlow. I love TechFlow. That's great stuff. LTT. I don't think I watched the one. No, I don't. Did Chris do one? I'm not sure. I've watched a lot of Chris's videos, but I don't remember seeing that. Oh, I wanted to show you this. So I posted this a little short too. I gotta mute it. Hold on, let me mute my mic. People went nuts over this right here.
Camera install outside. We use indoor cable outdoors.
Actually, let's just watch it with sound.
Together, then we mount it onto the.
Oh, you guys could hear that. my bad. So what I was doing here, and this, I said, oh, using indoor cable outdoors and, you know, running it on my tree. Oh my God. People, like, let's just look at some of the comments. Can I pause this? There we go. So this one guy unfollowed me, which is fine. I don't care. But, so Zach of all trades, not something to post to show quality of work or how to do something. You couldn't even get zip ties without screw holes, not to mention the wire. I'm like, come on. You actually think this is an install that I'm going to be leaving? And then I just said, okay, Zach of all trades. And then he just, where's this post? Sorry, bro, truth hurts. You should probably turn off comments. So I didn't want to turn off comments because I was waiting for comments like this, and I'd never turn off comments. Why would I do that? Then he or she says, it looks like you are a networking guy, which makes sense because you guys generally but install practices. I don't know what that last thing meant, but I'm doing testing. If you haven't looked at UniFi Protect in EA, for their AI series of cameras, they have a new feature out. And it was working when it was in the middle of my house, but I wanted to capture the road to get more of the testing done. And that was why that camera is on my tree right now. I'm not leaving it there 24/7 for the rest of the year. Someone put an XG outside of a building to see how it would do. I forgot. I think I asked them for an XG a long time ago. They won't send me one now because it's an older product. I think it's okay. I'm not going to use this word just because, you know, YouTube and stuff. My analytics aren't showing up for what's happening there, which is kind of odd. Oh, I don't care about those comments. It was funny. I knew when I was posting that video that it would cause a stir, and you know, when it causes a stir, it gets more views. I mean, it's not my most viewed video on TikTok. It's like 54,000 views or something like that. I just thought it was kind of funny that people think that was a real install. So when I make videos, I post it on TikTok, Instagram, YouTube. YouTube, most of the people are subscribers, and they knew that it was for testing this certain feature. But I can't wait for that to release because I'm going to be doing a video on it. It's really cool. UniFi routing devices suck, in your opinion. I think they're great. They work extremely well for the businesses that I need to deploy it at. Do I use it for every deployment? No. I just was doing a consultation for a school, and we'll be doing that in pfSense. On that video made me laugh on TikTok. I did the same to test a G4 in -40. That's the thing. You need to test somewhere. And am I going to bury a conduit to my front lawn? No. My neighbors looked at me extremely weird, though. So a couple people, I have like line. Oh, I put it on Twitter. Let me show you. So one thing that I wish they had, and I put a feature request in for it. This right here. So I put a bunch of line crossing events because I didn't want somebody stealing my camera. Issue with line crossing, there's no notifications, there's no alerts. So I just put a person detection around the camera so it will alert my phone. I have no notifications turned on except that one right now. And typically I don't, like besides doorbell rings and then this smart person, because that camera, it's $399 US. It's not a cheap camera. Let me see. Oops. Can we use UniFi Enterprise 6 access point for a stadium? Well, you could. You'd have to have multiple of them, right? You'd have to do some sort of heat map scan, wireless survey. But yeah, that's what the enterprise access points are meant for, high dense environments. What do you think of a Ruckus R? I've never used it, so I don't know. I'm not using Pi-hole at the moment. Nope. Just because I'm testing out those new UniFi features. Sora, how's it going? Speaking of cable, could you post which plenum cable you recommend? Yes, I can. Let me just sign out at Amazon, and then I'll give that to you. So I use vertical cable. And the Ubiquiti cable actually isn't that bad. Let's go to the US store. Accessories. That's indoor. UniFi outdoor cable. That's only 105. Oh, it's Cat 5. Do they not have Cat 6 outdoor? I thought they did. Oh, wait. You're not looking for outdoor, though, are you? Hold on. Let me see. Speaking of cable, could you... Okay, so you could do indoor CMP. Is this Plenum? Yes, this is Plenum. So the Ubiquity stuff's not bad. They sent me a box of it. It works pretty well. The colors are not bad on it. So let's go to Amazon.com. It depends where you live in the world as well, because some places you can't get it. Vertical cable Cat 6 Plenum. Which one is it? Cat 6 Plenum. There we go. Oh no, that's not it. Vertical cable. Is this Plenum though? Oh, this is Plenum. I'm not signed in, so I can't give you a shorter link, but that's what I would probably go with. Oh crap. You know what? I can't even post that link, but just look up vertical cable Cat 6. That's typically what I use. We're doing a big deployment, which I'll be using all vertical cable stuff. The 4G router is amazing. I've heard good things about Roxas, but I think they're more pricey, are they not? Why would you do a proper install to test things? Exactly. And I mean, who would think I would leave a camera there full time? I don't know. People on the internet are crazy. What I will be doing, however, can I show you this? Let me get into my cameras. Let me see. I can't show some things because I'm running on an early access version of Protect. Let's bring that up. How do I go full screen? Full screen. Oh crap. Well, I'll just take a screenshot of this. Then I won't show anything. That would be the best way to do it. So I asked the community where'd that screenshot go? Where the heck did that screenshot go? Oh, there we go. So we'll go back to my channel, and then I asked the community, because I'm doing it anyway. I didn't know if people would want to see it or not. But I said, happy Saturday, everybody. I'm going to relocate my AI 360 and a few G3 bullets, which are inside the Catio right now. I'm going to add a couple G4 instants. So if you watch my video on my, oh God, G-Force. If you watch my video on the Catio, you would have known that I installed a 360 inside of it to watch the cats. I also have, I put a U6 Pro in there. I took it out like immediately after I did the video, just because I had no use for it. But I have a G3 Flex, maybe two G3 Flexes in here. I had a floodlight on the side of it, but we're going to relocate this for the winter because obviously the cats aren't going in there. And kind of towards this side, we see a lot of animal activity like rabbits. We see other cats coming in our backyard, a bunch of birds. So I want to kind of capture that. Right up here on the fence, I already have a G4 bullet. And then I think over here, I might put a G4 instant. And I'll put another camera on the side of the Catio too. So I asked people if they want to see that. That's probably going to be one of my next videos. I also did just grab a 5E outdoor spool for testing. It's really nice. Yeah, I haven't used their outdoor cable yet. I have a spool of outdoor cable. That's what we'll be using in this video. Is it going to be proper? Probably not. I'm just going to attach the, because I have I wonder if I have pictures of it. On the outside of, oh, look how cute she is. My little Nilla. On the outside of that Catio, I have a flex box. And then I have the USW Flex. I probably won't be able to find it here. I've done so many friggin' posts. But so that's where all these cameras are going to get power to. And then the cable is just going to be running on the outside of the Catio. It's just for the winter. It's really going to be more for testing. The G4 Instant I want outside so that I could see how low the temperature could go before it actually stops working. Or if it will stop working in general. I don't know. Why not Cat 6e? We don't deploy like any Cat 6a. I mean, Cat 6a, Cat 6e, whatever. Hardly any. Like most companies are still, in Canada anyway, it's standard to just run Cat 6, just Cat 6, that's it. LTE Pro with SIM out of my iPad, no UI charges. Oh, that's cool. We don't have the LTEs here. They don't have it in Canada. Just for cameras, I don't require 10 gig. Yeah, so my whole place, this whole house is done in Cat 5e. And I'm still getting 10 gig. Well, not on this computer because I don't have a 10 gig card anymore. But on my old computer, I was getting 10 gig from my computer to my NAS. Could you put the value of the like $50? Otherwise, I'll have to pay $60 for import. So what I'm gonna do when I send that to you, I'll put it as a gift. If it costs you any money, let me know and I'll send you the money for it. It probably shouldn't. Like when you register, everybody else, I think most people that I've sent to, they haven't had to pay anything. But if you do, when I send you the cloud key, just let me know and then I'll reimburse you for that. It's totally, when I do giveaways, it's totally cost-free to the person who wins. I don't know what else I was going to talk about today. What other big things came out while I was away? Whoops, can't look at that. Can't look at that. So we got the Dream Machine 3.0. I've already talked about that. We got the UniFi Network Video Recorder 3.0.13. So this adds, I was going to do a video on this, but it doesn't really make sense because it's pretty much the same as the logging features of the UDMSE. I don't know what, so syslog, blah, blah, blah. Add support for SFP port speed configuration. That's okay. Upgrade Debian. I don't know if there's anything like really cool in this update. I don't think there was. 10 gig local networking is great from NAS to PC. Yeah, and that's all I really needed. And realistically, I could get away with 2.5 gig. Diamond Hood, how's it going? Bobby, how's it going? If I didn't say hi. We have friends in the US, they send Christmas gifts and need to put a value on the package. We had to pay import fees. So if you need to put the value, okay, yeah, I'll put it a bit lower. Would a small business like ours benefit from using UID without implementing access? Would you benefit for UID? Probably not. The camera sharing feature is pretty cool. I did a video on the camera sharing. The single sign-on's not bad. You could do the one-click Wi-Fi, one-click VPN. So one of the security engineers at Ubiquiti, or the head of engineering, Marcus, he posted this. So for all Ubiquiti friends that can't wait until UniFi 3.0, so he's talking about everybody on the base model of the UDM and the UDM Pro. Don't forget, with UID, that is free for a single site. You can have more VPN options. So let's look at that. And I just did a video about this the other day. Actually, I don't know if it shows in here. So under our basic free plan, so Bruce, if you had, well, I assume you'd have under 50 users, you have up to 3 doors, up to 3 single sign-on, you know, some of this stuff, up to 5 guests. You get UID, Wi-Fi, VPN, door access. So the VPNs consist of OpenVPN and WireGuard now, and I just released that WireGuard video the other day. So ask your questions if you have them. I'm probably not going to stay on here maybe another 10 minutes or so. I don't have a whole lot more to talk about. But the phone systems, I'm really looking forward to it coming to Canada. They did release the white phone, which I didn't even get a notification about, but it sold out. So you can now choose between the white and the black phone. And I would think, and people already said on one of my videos, this will probably get very dirty very, very quick. I rarely use the UniFi Talk phone here just because I do it for testing. Once it's available out into the wild or into Canada, that's when I'm going to fully set up UniFi Talk in my office, and that's going to be my business number. I'm not going to have it going into my cell phone anymore because that brings up a whole bunch of different issues and people calling me all the time. When is the next rack contest? I'm kind of over it in a way. Not that I wouldn't do any more videos. I still have a bunch of pictures that people sent me and I'd love to show their racks off. But I had a lot of people complaining about the racks that I picked for winning. And at that point, it kind of just drained me for giving stuff away for it. So I would do rack videos, but I probably wouldn't do giveaways because my view of a nice rack, that's what's going to win. I'm not doing the worst disaster rack. Crosstalk Solutions already does something like that. And yeah, so I don't know. I'll have to rethink that in maybe a month or two. Do you know when will devices like the UDM Pro support PPPoE client features? I'm not too sure. They support PPPoE for internet connections. In my dashboard, under the devices tab, all devices show 24-hour usage except my cameras. They do not show usage. Can I forget and readopt? That's a good question. I'm not 100% sure on that, to be honest. Yeah, so the network rack contest. Yes, network rack contest. Really looking forward to Talk. Thanks for the stream. I will be doing the same with Talk when it releases in Canada. Yeah, I have a ton of clients who want to go to it. A lot of people say, yeah, maybe it's basic, but for my clients, they need an incoming, an outgoing, and voicemail, right? And maybe an auto attendant. Their auto attendant, I find, works really well. They've added things like, what did they add? They added, what the heck is that thing called? Stir Shaken. So now you could be at the trusted level. I haven't messed around with that yet. Let's see. Stir Shaken. What else did they do? They have like so if your internet dies, you could put a number in UniFi Talk to call to. So if your internet dies, you can't get any more calls, it could route to a cell phone or something like that. I think they've done great work with it. I love it. And the voicemail to email transcription is awesome. I try my best not to pick up phone calls. I'm not a huge phone call talker. So the transcription for me is going to work really well. Do you know if there's an ETA 4.3 whatever for UDM Pro with the load balancing? No, there's no ETAs. They don't give ETAs. We talked about it a little bit at the beginning. I think it's going to be coming to early access very soon, maybe even this week. But that would be for 2.0, and then it has to move to 3. Do you know why my UniFi APs would connect over mesh instead of wire? You probably have an issue with your wire. So you probably have your communication pairs. I forget off the top of my head which ones those are. But your power pairs of your cable would be pushing power to your access point, and then the data pins aren't working. What speeds can you run on the SFP Plus WAN port? So they only have there's only 2 sections that you could do. You could do, or 3, auto, 1 gig or 10 gig. I have a 3 gig connection coming into my UDM SE, and it gives me 3 gigs. So you could do 3, 4, 5, 6, whatever. You just leave it at auto speed. I just read if the value is above $50 for friends and family, I have to pay taxes. Above 160, I have to pay import. Okay, so you'll just have to let me know, when they're whenever you get it. I don't know what else to say for that. You'll have to see if they do a fee, or I could. Yeah. If you sent me an email, I forget where you sent it. Did you send an email or did you DM me on Instagram? Basic is easy and nice. And once you, I work with Grandstream phone systems too, they're great. But once this mobile app comes out, I think it's going to be game changing. I don't know. Matthew, how's it going? From Paris. I've been watching the Dream Machine SE30 roll out. Looks very rough, leaving equipment in bad states. Most of my clients are on UDM Pros. I think I have 2 clients or a couple clients on the SEs, and it rolled out fine. Yeah, you have a good day too, Quinn. Have a good one. Do you ever set up businesses? Customers? No, we don't ever do EA hardware unless the customer really wants it. That's up to them. I mean, at that point, they could do whatever with it. It's hard in Canada too because we don't have an early access store here in Canada. So anytime that I buy stuff from EA, I have to ship it in from the States, and it ends up costing a lot of money. Hey Cody, any tips what I could do? Upgraded to 1 gig service, but only get 600. Huh. Cat 6 tried multiple times direct to the modem. So are you getting 600 when you're connected to the modem? Oh, Instagram. Okay, I'll send you a message on Instagram a little later today. Just setting up my USW Enterprise 8 PoE with layer 3 routing and using pfSense as a firewall. Nice. Did you try the switch? I think they sent me that switch. I think that one's in my, whoops. Uh-oh, I just did something. Crap. I think I have that actually in this office. It's not powered on right now, but that, I don't even know if we have that in Canada. Yeah, I have this switch. Yep. They sent me this switch a while ago and this switch, the XG. They're both great. I love them. Would I break anything installing and playing with UID? Would you break anything? You don't have access. It will, depending on how many Wi-Fi SSIDs you have, it will create a UID Wi-Fi. I think that's all that would happen. Would you connect the UDM Pro behind the router? No. Are you talking about it like a different router? Hold on a sec. Like a lot of people ask me, can I have a pfSense and then a UDM Pro? Just have one or the other. Robert, good morning. How's it going? There's no reason to have two. I think the UDM Pros are great firewalls. There are, you know, other people who don't like them, and that's fine. They don't use them, and they just don't like them. Maybe it's not feature. I don't know. I think most of the features are there now. Like we have WireGuard VPNs. The only thing missing from WireGuard VPNs, we don't have WireGuard site-to-site VPNs, which kind of sucks. That would be really nice if we had that. I cannot find the new EA stuff for Protect. I don't know how to show you. I don't think I could really show you. So it's not really, you have to go into your release channel, go to early access, and then go to the latest UniFi Protect one. It's not the very latest. They have a little tab down there that you could click on, and it comes up with a whole list of improvements. I wish I could mention it more. But the feature for the AI stuff is really cool. I like it. Yes, directly from the modem, which is branded, I get 600. Directly from the UDM Pro, I get slightly higher. So I'd contact the MS or ISP. If you're only getting 600 from your modem, you're having an issue with your ISP. It has nothing to do with your Ubiquiti gear. What else? Videos. What are videos going to be coming out? So the relocation of my cameras, that's going to be a new video that's coming out. I mean, it will be cool, I guess. I'm looking forward to it. I think it'll be all right. The only thing I'm not looking forward to for that video, as you could see, is this. It's going to be cold. So I'm hoping that it warms up. We'll find a warmer day this week, and that's what I'm going to do. Cisco Small Business, we have that stuff. I still need to do the Fluke network tester video. What else? I was thinking about doing a video on NetSpot app. I don't know. I've been talking about this for a long time. I bought NetSpot. Oops, I don't really care about the iOS. I bought NetSpot the long time ago. It's kind of like a heat map planning type thing, right? So you could have that, and I never did a video on it. I might still do a video. We'll see. It would, because there is a free version. If I do a video on this, we'll do it with the free version so everybody could download it and then try it out. This is for more, it's more for like Wi-Fi mapping and stuff like that. Andrew, how's it going? The G4 Pros shows up as new in the Ubiquiti store. Pretty sure it's not. No, it's not new. It's definitely not new. So they sometimes, yeah. I saw it. I think one of the UI Notify app or push notifications said that it was new. I'm like, what is this? But no, it's not new. It's been out for a very long time. Access list for layer 3 inter VLAN routing on the UniFi switch is a big disappointment for me. Do you think this will ever be implemented? So I did a video on the... Oh, wait. We're not in my channel. So you can do access list, but you have to do it through the CLI. I'll drop that video link. But the issue is when your switch reloads, it's gone. Is it overkill to have two 1 gig lines, one is backup? So I have that. I have a 3 gig and then I have a 1 gig. It probably is a bit of overkill, but if you look at, there was a big issue in Canada. I forget who it was. Was it Bell or Rogers? It was Rogers. We only really have 2 big ISPs here, and Rogers went down. So if I didn't have my backup Bell internet, I would have been down for, I think it was like 2 days, which would have cost tons of money. Ubiquiti needs to step up with production and availability. Here in Europe, products are currently sold out after the C word. The product naming is very confusing. Well, though the U6 Plus, that's something new. That's still an EA anyway. Move to Florida. So we were talking about that, I think last night. We went out for dinner with my brother, and we'd love to move to Florida or buy a place in Florida and then like do a weekend trip to the Bahamas and stuff like that. So that is definitely that might happen. Do you ever play with frame rate to improve image quality? My G4 suck at getting license plates. Well, yeah, G4. If you want license plate stuff, I can't talk about it. It's an EA, but I have all my cameras on high frame rate mode besides the G4 Pro. That's the only one that I don't. Do you think Ubiquiti that's a good question, will ever leverage the AI for facial recognition? I hope so. I hope that's a feature they come out with, because it would be, I mean, it depends where you live if you're even allowed to do that, but that would be really cool. So if access list is there on a command line, maybe a future update will allow it in the GUI. It would be nice if they did it in the GUI, but if it wasn't saved in memory, because if it's saved in memory still through the GUI, when you reload the switch, it's going to go away. Interesting, the AI cameras do not follow the G naming convention. I wonder if the next one will be AI Bullet 2 or G2 AI. I don't know. I really like the AI Bullet. The only issue with it is its price. Until these newer features come out, like to buy this right now, and I don't know if I mentioned this in my review or not, to buy this right now for $399 with the features that it has, not early access features, I would go with the G4 Bullet. With the new features, I mean, these will have a place for sure. In that price point with the new features isn't bad. I think that's a great price point. One thing that, like, I don't know why this is an AI one. We'll have to see, because those newer features aren't pushed out to it yet, which kind of sucks. All right, 5 more minutes. 5 more minutes, and I don't know what I'm gonna do today. Nap. We were out for dinner, and it was the worst service. We had the worst service last night. I had to keep going up. We went out for dinner just at some local restaurant around here. We waited for 15 or 20 minutes. Nobody even came to see us to give us menus or anything. Chantel went up to the bar, asked them to, come see us. They brought us one menu. There was 4 of us there. Another 10, 20 minutes went by. We didn't get drinks. So we walked up, we got drinks, and we kept having to go back and forth to get whatever we wanted. It was horrible. We might go back to that place. It was pretty busy. I already read that. What do you think the final MSRP will be on that? I can't speak about that because that is still early access, but I hope it stays at the same price. I think that would be I think it would be good. I'm using one of those right now on the front of my house, and it works well. It works just, the same as the G4. And that's what I'm really hoping for. Like this week, I want them to release things out of early access into general. Did they talk about this? I don't know if they did. I forget. Oh, where is it? I'm trying to find if they talked about one of their APs. AP. Because if they did, I could kind of mention it, I guess. I don't see it. I thought they had a video on it. Maybe they don't. Anyway, it's one of the... It's called one of the in-wall ones, but it's still in early access. I've been waiting like 6, 7, 8 months for that to come out. It would be cool to see a test with the AI DSLR. Crazy that it is 700 more. I think it would be good for like parking lots and stuff like that. They did originally say that they might send me one, so I'll have to wait and see. My old man harps about LPR. Do you have any suggestions on what other brands to look at? Wait for Ubiquity's releases. I don't know. I think Amcrest have a couple LPRs. I have an Amcrest camera that does facial recognition as well as LPR. I just haven't really used it. Am I missing something as to why my G4 doorbell has a Pro reader on it? They did a video on the doorbell, so I guess I could kind of talk about this. The thumb scanner, they're supposed to have this lock that you could scan your thumb and it will unlock the door lock. That's why it's there. Did they show that in this video? I don't know. Like this is another feature that they're still missing from the doorbell, is these custom messages, and I don't know if it'll ever come out, but I was looking forward to that. So then we have, you know, the thumb scanner there, the audio, blah, blah, blah. I don't know if they showed, did they show any thumb scan? Yeah, they did right here. All right, so scan your thumb, unlock. Like that would be wicked. That'd be really cool. I hope they do come out with the other lock shortly. I don't know. You should do a video on utilizing the Ubiquity community to find information you need. Yeah, I mean, I ask questions in there too. It's not like I don't ask questions. Not everybody can know everything, but the Ubiquity community is really good. And the Ubiquity admins, it's almost easier to get answers when you post to the community rather than, you know, submitting a ticket to Ubiquity. UI Glenn, he's in here all the time. Marcus is in here. A couple other people. I just posted, let me just bring this over here. Like I have a couple things. Let me just see. I want to make sure I can't. There we go. So these are mine, like filtering activity not showing on anything. So I posted a community post about the filtering within the threats and this word right here. Mine's showing nothing. And Glenn said, you know, are your clients using UDM as DNS and gateway? They weren't. I mean, they were using the gateway, but I was using Cloudflare and something else. I forget. Anyway, I started using just, you know, the auto stuff. It still didn't work for me. WireGuard speeds, like it's very useful. This one, obviously, nobody even mentioned that, but I would definitely leverage the community. Will I do a video on it? I don't know. I don't know how useful that would be. Yeah, I guess it could be. But there are quite a few people in here. The Reddit forums are really good. Like if you're looking to figure out something yourself, the community post in there. Reddit is a little more toxic. My Discord is pretty good. People usually answer. I don't answer all the time. I do once in a while, but yeah. All right, so the next video out, unless there is something new that comes out with Ubiquity tomorrow, will be, you know, the video of me just swapping my cameras around, stuff like that. And then whatever else comes new, the Cisco business one will be coming out and a few more things. The UI Discord, yes, the UI Discord is really good. I'm in there quite often as well. Hit the like button on your way out. I am going to end this stream now. Thank you, everybody, for coming by. Thank you for the memberships. Thank you for, you know, just everything. Does UniFi have any troubleshoot or tutorials on setting up a UniFi Pro? I don't know, but I do. So just look at my channel. I'm not like I do. Crosstalk Solutions does the hookup. Lawrence System doesn't have that, but anyway. Everybody have a good rest of your weekend, and I will talk to you later. Take care.